So thank you, everyone. Today we have about a half an hour of an overview of the program and a description of how our program is different from others and an overview of the cycles of the universe. And then we're going to spend the second half on Q&A. But first, Elise is going to open us with a prayer.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. And I will ask excuse to do my prayer in my mother tongue. I am from Brazil. I speak Portuguese. So it would be better for me to channel this opening in my mother tongue. Just gonna invite everyone to give a few deep breathings, so we can really open ourselves to the light to come. Gratidão, Pai, Mãe, Criador, forças estelares. Gratidão, Confederação Galáctica, Mãe Terra, Mestres Ascensionados, meus guias de luz. Que eu possa ser auxiliada pelas forças superiores para trazer luz, amor, despertar da consciência e ativação galáctica para todos que sentirem esse chamado. Gratidão por tudo. Arro, amém. Que assim seja. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So some of you may have seen there are other programs on working with the 13 moon galactic cycle. There's many self-study programs and there are some online courses. Our program is a little different in that we want to focus on meeting once a month during each of the moons to talk about the moon and attuning to it and to give lessons. And we want to do it in a really gentle way within a sacred container, because attuning to the moons is an alchemical process that really works with the frequencies and the energetics of our bodies. And our experience is it's best to do it gently and slowly and build things in layers, and to do it together. So the program format will be to meet before the new cycle begins, which is on July 26th, because we really want to give you time to prepare for the day out of time on July 20th and set your intentions that you'll build on throughout the rest of the year. And then we're going to have a WhatsApp group, which will be really interactive, where we're posting things regularly. You'll also receive handouts and practices for working with the energies of each moon. Lots of different things so that you can find something that resonates with you. Do you want to add anything here, Elise?
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
It's perfect.
So Elise, I'll let you talk about this now.
Tá bom. Can we just come back to see our beautiful Milky Way and solar system? Because I think you are the master and power to control these lights.
Let me go back and share, again. Oops. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is happening.
It's okay. There it is. Just so we can visualize that, because I think most of us forget that we are traveling through the universe in a beautiful blue ball, that we belong, all of us, to a planet that belongs to a solar system, that belongs to a galaxy, that belongs to a universe. And we are not just planetary citizens, but we are cosmic citizens, we are galactic citizens. And I think this is important to remember. That's why I think a lot of things is important to visualize so we can bring this remembering to our minds, because most of our disease is in this amnesia, that we are trapped in this illusion way of perceiving things, especially about time. That's why we are bringing the 30 moon galactic cycles as a tool of transformation, of awakening. Why this will awake us? Because everything is inside time. Now, we organize our lives on the calendar. We put our appointments, the school teach us how the month works, our economic system, politics systems, religion, everything is organized in the Gregorian calendar that we are using in the whole planet. Now, everybody is living 7th of July, Sunday. Everybody in the planet is living this Gregorian calendar for centuries and centuries. We don't even question ourselves that may be another way of relate with time. Yeah. And this is what we are suggesting, that there is another way to relate with time. And if we relate with time in another way that's more natural, that is connect with the cycles of nature and the universe, we can awake. Alice, why are you saying this? Because time is a frequency. You cannot touch time. You cannot grab time. Time is in the fourth dimension, and we are kind of trapped on the third dimension where everything is material. So time can only be perceived. Time is a frequency, and Gregorian calendar is a frequency. So we are vibrating in that specific frequency and basing our life in that specific frequency. And what is this frequency? This frequency is artificial, man-made, irregular, linear, and is an illusion. This is a false time that was made to control us. Well, how happened this calendar? It begins since the Romans, they conquer a lot of humans, and they said, so how are we going to control these humans that we conquer a lot of tribes, a lot of people? How are we going to organize and control them to say to them, this is time to work, this is time to sleep, this is time to rest just a little bit. Now work, produce. And then this day you pay tax to me. And so this was why they made the calendar, to control and make us function as a machine. Então, thank you, Steph. This is Gregorian calendar on the left, and then the 13 galactic cycles on the right. So you can, we put these two sheets, these two counting of time, thus you can compare a little bit how it works. Just saying not about frequency now, but just as it works. You see, it's completely irregular. Each month can be 30, 31, 28. You never know if a month is going to begin on Tuesday or Friday or Sunday. There is no regularity about this. The new year can begin on Tuesday. You never know. So you learn in school. A month is 7 days in 4 weeks. And then you think, 7 multiplied by 4 is 28, but the month is 30, 31. That doesn't make sense, but you have to follow. I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna follow. So there's a lot of things that bring chaos to our mind, and we just follow this. Né? Other thing, October, for example, it's oct is 8, and is the month 10. November should be 9, and is the month 11. Why? Because July and August were the name of, how can I say this in English? Is that you can help me? The name of the man that conquers the Romans, August and
Like Caesar and Julius Caesar and
yeah. So they want to put their name, a month with their name. So you see, everything was man-made, not following cycles, natural cycles that were happening. No. Então, what this makes in our brain? Disconnect us from our true nature that are cosmic and belong to planet Earth, because the stars, the cosmos, and the planet, they are flowing in a natural rhythm, dancing together in a harmonic and beautiful pace and flow. This is happening, but us disconnect ourselves from that to follow an artificial time that they said that we should live on that. And the thing is, this is destroying the planet and it's destroying us. It's like a cancer. Imagine us, a body full of cells. And then there is a cell on our body that get completely crazy and is forget who she is and start to destroy herself and everything is around her. And then you said, cell, please come back to what you are. Be in harmony with everybody. Né? Be harmonic and that's just the flow. Do what you're supposed to do. Be yourself. And then the cell is chaotic and crazy and destroying everything. We are being the cancer of planet Earth. We are a cell of the planet. The planet and us should be just one mind. All living beings have conscience. The sun have conscience, the star have conscience, the trees, the animals, and we should be related to it telepathically in a normal state. We are multidimensional beings with so much beautiful capacities. But the thing is, as we are trapped on the 3D dimension, on this artificial frequency, we block all our potentialities and have this are trapped on this illusion on our mind that we are alone, we are never enough, that time is money, and then we have a rush and tick tock, produce, function as a machine. So if we are not robots, if we are not machines, but society and energy and the frequency we are make us function like that, what do you think is going to happen? We're going to be sick. We're going to start to destroy ourselves, to be crazy, chaotic in the mind, and war, and destroy the planet. That is what is happening. Now we don't even feel that we are part of the planet, that we are part of nature. We forget this. And as much as we don't come back to the natural cycles and to natural rhythms and open ourselves again to that beautiful energies, and activate our cosmic memory so we can remember who we are and be our authentic self here on planet. Because what I believe and what this new frequency now of the 30 moon galactic cycles invite us is that uh, we came from stars, and we have a calling from Mother Earth. The Mother Earth called us to come here to the planet, to awake, to remember who we are, and to do what we're supposed to do, that is just pose our authentic self. But to do that, we have to free our minds to that illusion of the false and artificial time, because otherwise it's very difficult to wake up. Even together, even with the 30 moon, that's something very I'm excited about this journey that we are proposing, is that we're not just going to have one encounter per moon. We're going to be together every day, because this negative belief system of time, this software that is all over the membrane of the planet, it's very strong. So it is very easy to get lost again. Now we are here, we are understanding, this is very interesting, very nice. But then tomorrow we come back to a Monday, Tuesday. It is very easy to get lost. So if we are inside the tribe, inside a community, hand to hand with people together to do this transformation, it's more challenging. Né? And if we do together, it's easier. And of course, each one will be in your own way, a point of transformation, because we choose to born in the planet in a specific ancestor line with specific traumas, specific things to heal. Né? But so each one have we're gonna go through your authentic alchemic process, but we will be supported not only by each other, but we're going to be supported by Mama Earth, the stars, galactic community, the sun and the moon, and Sirius stars and Star Nation. So this make us feel belonging. This make us feel peace, because galactic culture is about this. It's about anchor, the new dawn that is full of harmony, is full of love, peace, community, and yeah, and all this beautiful transformation that is us. Ultimately, this is us. We're just forgetting that we are this pure light. So the invitation is this deep transformation, né? Through the changing and perceiving of how we're going to base our lives and flow in time. And this is the matrix that we're going to use, because we're going to step out of the artificial matrix and come back to that natural matrix of counting time that you can see over here. We have 13 steps, 13 moons of perfect 28 days. So instead of 12 months of 30, 31, and 28, no, we have 13 perfect 28 days, because 28 days is the timing that the moon give one round around the earth. Now, everything is moving in the universe. So 1 year, what is 1 year? 1 year is the timing that the earth goes around the sun. 1 year, 365 days. Okay, we have this in Gregorian, Alice, but we have cosmic energy from the sun in the Gregorian. But just sun aspect, just male information. This also means that why we have so much patriarchat, so much this energy of the male aspect, just one polarity. Not that male is bad. No, male is a wonderful. Masculine energy is important, but the feminine energy is also important. So we just are being aware of the equilibrium that we should have both information to us, because we have masculine and feminine energy inside us. Now, everything has this beautiful balance. Então, if we use the 13 galactic cycles, we have 1 year energy from the sun, and also each moon, that the moon gives 13 rounds around Earth while she's doing her round around the sun. Each moon, each round that the moon gives around Earth, she's giving information to us. So she's inviting us. We are doing a magical journey supported by the moon, the sun, Sirius constellations, and of course, our power centers, because we are a microcosmos that is relating with the macrocosmos every day, all the time. We are receiving cosmic information, but we don't be aware of that. We don't use, and this make life more effort, struggling, and we don't supposed to be like this. Supposed to be natural, supposed to be easy and with grace. Should be a flow of synchronicity. Synchronicity should be our natural state. This is happening, and this person, this situation, this feeling of this flow that everybody is supporting us. Magical energy are supporting us. The invisible world is supporting us, because there is so much more than we think we are. And there is like fairies, elementals, invisible guides of light, and then we are not aware of that, and we could be relating with these beautiful friends that want to help us. And why is going to, like Steph says, why is going to happen the new year just now, 26th of July, on this way of counting time is the new year, not 31 of December, because 31 of December and 1st of January, it's not happening anything special in the cosmos. They just decided this. Okay, let's decide this, and then it will be New Year. But what is happening? Are we receiving important cosmic information? No. So if we also do this other accounting of time, that is, like, for example, our sun is rolling and dancing together with other stars. And one star that is very important for our solar system is the Sirius star. That is the star that's more shining in the sky. Sirius civilization are cosmic beings that are together with us for long period, many eons of times. And also we're going to talk about star seeds and way showers and other races of cosmic beings, because they are light conscience that want to help us. Our galactic family are just celebrating all the time, that just we remember them. They are our old brothers and sisters. So they just get very excited about when we just are open ourselves to that connection. And 26th of July, we have this perfect alignment between our sun, Sirius star, and planet Earth. And what that means? That means that because of this alignment, we receive a massive wave of light codes. So we can use to do our new year, because we always have to have a start point. of the journey. So our start point, that is magnetic moon, where we set our purpose, is when we receive those massive light codes from the cosmos, and then we're going to do this round and this journey together with the planet, together with the sun, together with the moon. We're not doing this alone. We are going to synchronize our microcosmos with the macrocosmos. And that's why get easier, because we're going to deconstruct false belief system, and we're going to start to open ourselves so we can download those informations daily and use that in benefit for our lives, for our growth, for our awakening, and for our service in the planet, because we didn't come here to do nothing. Né? We are way shower, earth keepers. We came here to do something important. And this something important, first thing is to remember who we are and put our talents in service to the planet. So yes, I think that it was a lot, né? Please drink water and have deep breathing. So sometimes we get a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of information, but we shouldn't, because who get overwhelmed is the mind. And all of this is about we healing our mind, because the disease and the limiting belief systems and the illusion are on the programs that are rolling in our mind. So we just be loving with our mind, né? Loving awareness, and be okay, mind is okay. We're gonna just recode you, né? And so we can function in a more harmonic and natural way.
Oh, thank you, Elise. I didn't mean to flip to the next slide while you were still talking. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. I think because now sometimes I talk a lot because I get very excited about this. But I think now it would be nice if people are understanding. Maybe they want to do some questions
Yeah,
or
yeah. I
yeah.
just like, before we open up to questions, I'd just like to reiterate that the approach that we're taking with this is because of our personal experiences of working with the moons. Elise's been working with them many, many years longer than me, and I actually learned from her while taking the Center for Sacred Studies Ministerial Training Program. So I've been working daily with the 13 moon cycle for about 3 years, and I finally got to a point where I felt like I could describe it to other people. But I was just so thrilled when Elise said she would join me with this, because she has so many more experiences with it. I've experienced it as a way to, we have one foot in the Gregorian calendar. We have to keep our appointments. And then I have one foot in the galactic cycle. And I just think it's a great opportunity for you and anyone listening to this to experience what it feels like to realign with the resonance of the natural world. It's not that tick tock artificial mechanical frequency that Elise was talking about. It's the frequency of Mother Earth and her dance with the sun and the stars and the other planets. And being able to attune to it has helped me in many ways. And it's a lot more than just learning information. It really does need to be experienced to be understood. So I'm going to stop sharing now. And if you want to use the hand icon to ask a question, just go ahead, and Miguel has his hand up, so thank you, Miguel. Go ahead and unmute yourself when you're ready. And
Thank you, Steph. Yeah, maybe you already touched a little bit on my question, but my question was going to be, what is your experience of both of you, Alicia and Steph, like after using and understanding this calendar, what changed, from the way you were understanding time and relating to life before that? I'm curious about that.
Thank you for that. So for me, what changed, I did touch on it a little bit, that I actually feel my body in a different frequency than it was before. It's calmer, it's more attuned to nature and the cycles, and I can feel the energies of the day now. I can feel what's coming in, and sometimes I don't always understand what's happening, but I subscribe to this CNN space newsletter, and it contains a lot of information. So I might feel one day something really strong is happening, and then I find out a day or so later that there was a solar flare. And so now I'm learning to recognize like what a solar flare feels like in my body, as opposed to other things like when the planets are aligned or things like that. I'm also noticing synchronicities a lot more, and that's one of the daily practices we recommend for people. We have a beautiful handout that Miguel designed for keeping track of each day. And as I started noticing synchronicities, I realized that nature has certain ways of communicating to me that I recognize, and I'm learning to recognize more. I get a lot of communications through animals, especially birds, and it's a very personal thing to learn to learn about. And then synchronicities flow a lot more than they used to. I recognize them, and I ask for them, and they come, and I just feel like that is definitely part of it. So I'll let Alicia talk about how it's changed life for her.
Thank you, darling. I'm just going to add, because everything you said was perfect. It's something that I also notice in my body and my life, especially about the synchronicity. I always was a person that I feel that I didn't fit in the system, that I was alone. I was a strange person. I always feel like this. People say, "Oh, you're so strange." I say, "Oh my God, spaceship, just take me because I don't fit in this planet." And slowly, when I was doing this change about frequency, synchronicity make me find people that think the same, places and situation. I feel that I belong to a tribe that are more connected with nature and really want to establish a new dawn, these light workers. So I feel also this remembering of who I am, and my connection with my star family and star nation really, really increase and open my multi capacities. I already was a medium person, but this kind of organize and brought more clarity about, I think, is a power. Before I thought it was a kind of a curse because I didn't know how to handle things. But now to understand how to use my microcosmos with the macrocosmos, I can receive things, give and receive things, and relate to the invisible world in a more harmonic and beautiful way. Also, I have this necessity of plant my food. It's kind of really anchored the new dawn. Like, now I have to plant my food. Now I have to eat better. I have to nurture myself. Even the information that I see and read. So it's kind of attunement that you do naturally with good things for yourself. So this was a really improvement of my life, much better. Before I was kind of lost, depression and anxiety. Doesn't mean that I don't have those things right now, but they are small and I have support. I know what to do with them. So yeah, it was very transformative and very positive for me. That's why I got so excited about sharing this.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Megan?
Just want to thank you both for bringing this information today. It's become really, really clear to me how our calendar is not natural and how it kind of whacks out my body. I was actually just talking to my daughter about it today, and she's 12 and going through some rough stuff. And just we were talking about how the 7-day week is just so dysregulating and ways of working to make it smoother. So I really appreciate this. I think she would appreciate this class too. I just had a question about, so this seems different than traditional astrology. And I've had trouble personally connecting with traditional astrology and feeling it. And I've listened to astrologers and I try to like feel into what they're saying and predicting, but my body, it doesn't work. And I'm wondering how this is different than traditional astrology, or if it is, or how it's linked.
Do you want me to start, Elise, and then you can add anything I forget? Okay. So I would really say it's separate from traditional astrology, and thank you for asking about that, Megan. The one thing that we do celebrate, so we celebrate each of the 13 moons and their energetic signatures, or they're called tones. We also celebrate the moon cycles, the visible moon cycles that we see, the full moon and the new moon, and all the cycles in between. But there's not an emphasis on the planets. The energies of the day that we're receiving are definitely influenced, by the planets and the stars, but we're not focusing on that. We consciously attune to the energy of the day and, invite ourselves to harmonize with it, but we don't really need to understand what it is. We focus on the tone of the month, and then within each month, there are the 4 weeks that you saw. Each week has a different purpose in the cycle. For example, at the beginning of the month, you plant a seed, and then at the end of the month, that fruit ripens. And it's all working organically within the larger 13 moon cycle. There are different chakras that correspond to each day of the week, and there are plasmas that we work with. So on the day that corresponds with the day the energies are coming in for those chakras, you will focus on that and receiving the energy there. And I think that's probably enough to say right now from my perspective. Elise, add anything that you think is important. That is one of the things we'll be telling you about in the first class, and then building on each month. You can go really deep and learn a lot, but we're going to take you through like a gentle acclimation process.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, because we don't want people get overwhelmed, because it's a lot. Baby steps. We're gonna go slowly. And thank you, Megan. I'm very happy that you're already feeling this, and your daughter. I have a 13-year-old daughter that also is living together with me the natural cycles, and it's wonderful for her because she's like already different from for her girlfriends, just to have this awareness. And I think the astrology, it's important too. It's just another information that you have, and then you can use this together with the 13 moon cycles. But the invitation is not the same. The invitation that we are doing is that, okay, today you have a new moon, maybe the alignment with Jupiter and portals. You can know this, you can use this. But the more important thing that we want to offer and suggest is a training of feeling, not really understanding. Is the because everything is in the mind and we forget our body. Né? That is not, we are not fragmentized. I mean, we are, but we shouldn't. We are a unity with the all. And the suggestion is how to perceive and use and feel those energy on our body, on our chakras that are power centers. Like Steph is saying, like it's not going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be crown chakra, root chakra, sexual chakra. Today's, like for example, today it's Sunday, but for us is Kali, that is a symbol from cosmic star nation. And this symbol we use on sexual chakra. So when we're going to be together, we're going to have this invitation. Let's meditate on the sexual chakra, and then we can give a poem, we can give an affirmation for that, and we're going to encourage you to have a journal. And then this activation of this chakra is in that specific week, in that specific moon. So what this means for yourself, né? And you are going to download the information that you need in that specific time. That's why synchronicity is not going to be the same for everybody. We're going to use the same techniques, but each one will have your own downloads. And we're going to be supporting each other for this transformation journey.
Thank you, Megan and Elise. Are there any other questions? Bridget. Hi, Bridget.
Hi, thank you. I didn't think I could make it today, but I rearranged some things so I could be here. And I'm sorry I had to just have my camera off, but I've been here the whole time and I'm so grateful you guys are doing this. I think it's so, so important. And I originally had talked to Alicia after our ordination about doing a 13 moon yoga, and I received the things you sent me yesterday, Stephanie. And I've been a yoga instructor, worked mostly with seniors now the last 14 years, but I can work with everybody. And I didn't even know there was a such thing as 13 moon yoga. So I looked over what the some of the lessons that Stephanie gave me last night. And my idea was to coordinate asanas, poses for people to do their prayers and meditations along with that vibration or the chakra of the day, because all the poses correspond with different chakras, and all the asanas, the poses, innervate different organs and different systems in the body, because we have this universe inside ourselves, right? This cosmic universe inside ourselves that is the microcosm of the macrocosm, as Alicia so beautifully explained. So I'm going to plan on taking this class and trying to develop something that could be used in the future. But I realize I can't just throw something out there, because this is something that has to grow inside me so that I can bring it out. And I did have all throughout our ministry training, I was working with a 13 moon calendar. So I have some familiarity with it. I haven't worked with it, unfortunately, in the last year, but I have some experience with what you were sharing, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. Darlene?
I don't really have a question other than the whole thing is a question, and I'm just really excited. I'm excited to hear about the yoga positions too, but very excited that you both are here. And Miguel, thank you for joining in because you helped me years ago, 2020, when we tried to take all these documents and share it. And it is like it's the natural order of our existence. You know, this is so right timing. It's just so amazing that we get to study it like this in this informal, formal circle where it is an embodied experience. We've looked at it, we've tried to see what does it mean, and without some more instruction and guidance, you know, it's a galactic learning. So I'm just really super excited because it's been in the works for a while, and to have you both, all of you who have been helping again, thank you so very much. I don't know if there's time, but I have a question on the very first date that you have, which is July 20th, and it's the time of the prayer line call.
Oh, we did not schedule that correctly. It's my fault. Alicia and I even talked about it because I was looking at the calendar for the prayer line call, so we'll have to sync back up on that, change
Oh.
the first date.
Okay, because it's like, what? Now I know that we're into a galactic multidimensionality, but I wasn't quite sure how we were going to do that one.
Yeah, I can't be in two places at once. I haven't
Not
learned
yet.
to do that.
Not yet. So thank you. This is exciting. I love being in study groups with people. So how fun. Thank you. And
Darlene. Debbie?
Hi. I know that there's a few of us here from the Qigong community, and I was wondering how this fits with your Qigong practice.
Oh, thank you for asking, Debbie. That's a great question. Yeah, I started Qigong before I started working with the 13 moons. And to me, it's all interrelated. Like when we're working, when we're practicing Qigong and we're setting the pure consciousness field at the beginning and calling in the sages from the ages and the tuning to the cosmic energy, we are working with the energies of the day each time that we do that, and with the beings that are here to support us and our rise in consciousness. But we're not doing it explicitly within the understanding of the bigger system and what we can accomplish if we, for example, set an intention on July 25th, the day out of time, and then have that intention activated on July 26th, and then with each moon that goes. And in Qigong, we also celebrate the new moons and the full moons. It's an important part, especially in China, I understand, of attuning to the cycles. But I'm not aware of doing it daily and doing it by connecting to the associated energy center of the day. So there's like another layer that the 13 moon cycle adds in.
Thank you.
That was a great question. Are there any other questions? Miguel?
Yeah, maybe just like, what do you think if like, what will happen maybe? What will be the theory, or, what do you both think that will happen if like the whole world change time, like our conception of time, and we actually organize ourselves all together? Like, what would you think would be the implications, like planetary speaking?
So I was just talking to my husband and my son about this a couple nights ago. My belief at this time is that because time is a frequency and the 13 moon, the galactic frequency is already there, and the Gregorian calendar frequency is already there. That's where we're operating in this 3D world by collective consensus. As more of us step up into the natural frequency and harmony with the universe, the whole planet changes. We support the Earth's consciousness. We become the kind of society that we want to be. We become the kind of people that we want to be, and we see ourselves as one. I think peace comes to the planet. I mean, all the things we aspire to, I think we achieve. And I don't really know another way to explain it briefly. I'll let Elise answer.
You just said perfectly. Thank you for that. It's exactly what I think is exactly what you just said, that we are going to anchor this new civilization of galactic culture of peace and reciprocity, community, and harmony between each other, between all living beings, respect. And yeah, it really like the new dawn that we are just dreaming of it. I really believe that this is the new dawn that we want to anchor, where we are connected with the all and we are in this state of peace and love and remembering, because we can never shine our light if we don't know who we are, if we are trapped in an illusion. So as much as we change towards this not other frequency, that we remember why we are here and what we are, and pulse our light and in harmony with all living beings. I just can't imagine a beautiful world for not for the planet, but for the whole galaxy and the universe. That I'm saying, I always receive this from the cosmic beings and Star Nation. They just celebrate so much when each person just are stepping forward to that awakening. So yes, I hope that happens.
Thank you to both.
Thank you, Miguel. Are there any other questions? Martha?
I'm curious. The format you were showing is still like in a square box, because the way I'm working it with the 13 galactic moons is more in a circle. So I'm just curious, are you gonna be in like the square laid out week type thing, or is it gonna be actually in a circle?
We're using it's a spiral. Actually, it's the beginning part of a spiral. They are in square boxes, but when you step up from it, it's a wave spell. I have seen it taught in other traditions in a circle. It's the same frequency, but it's just graphically laid out different. I don't know if you want to talk more to that, Elise, because I think you were more involved in
You said perfectly. It's just we are following our studies are based. This is important to say. Are based in the Law of Time by José Arguelles, and then of course he was a doctor, a PhD on lot of art history, and he did this compilation of lot of original people that were already using galactic cycles. And we are using and basing our graphic things, graphic material by them. So that's the one that we are using, but Steph said perfectly, because actually it is a spiral. It seems like a box and square, but it is a spiral mode. They're just going vertically up. all the time that the Earth is going your next round, she's not going from the same spot. She's going a little bit up and then up, up. And that's how we're going through all the galaxies, all the planets, and all conscience are doing this. Just us that are living in the artificial time that are stuck like a hamster wheel. So, yeah.
Thank you.
you for that question, Martha. Are there any other questions? Well, thank you guys so much for coming. We're going to take the recording and put it back out on that same page where you, let me see if I can find the URL here. This page where you can sign up for if you would like, but we'll put the recording here as well. And I think you probably all have that link because that's probably how you registered.
Thank you, Steph, for making this happen. I'm so grateful for you, my darling, to inviting me, and then we can be doing this journey together. I'm so excited about this, and thank you everyone that received the call so we can do this journey together. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Elise, and thanks to the Center for Sacred Studies, because you were my teacher that I met
course,
then, and Elise and Miguel and I are all 2022 graduates of the Starseed Clan, and I think we have a feeling that everyone that's going to be called to this is a starseed. And if you don't know what that means, I think it'll be revealed to you as you work with the energies. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
both.
Everyone.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Everybody, thank you. Woo!